beaver anus juice. I know it.
Oh. Anyways, I guess we're here tonight to talk about Tron Ares, and but I thought first we hit some interesting odd news stories. Are you up for some odd news?
I am always up for odd news. I haven't brought any, so like I was saying before, you're just going to have to surprise me with the odd news, and I'm going to react. So you're going to read the news, and I guess the fun part is just seeing how I react.
Well, I didn't come up with a bunch of them, but I got a couple good ones, I think. So here, we'll start with this one. Of course, an ad pops up. So as I switch back to the screen, get out of the way.
Yeah.
Ad pop-ups. What can you do? So anyways,
you said bad stuff to the AI, and now it's going to give you ads.
Exactly. It's seen a button and it started pushing.
Yeah.
Okay. So pubic hair wigs are the newest craze among trendy Russian women.
Okay.
And apparently they want to go retro.
Okay.
So they're trying to look like, long days past.
Okay. So now I'm going to reveal myself to be, I don't know what, but these are called Merkins.
Are they?
They're called Merkins, pube wigs. They've been around a long time. They're called Merkins.
Okay.
And I forgot probably something important to remember that, but I don't know. Okay. Why not just grow a bush?
Well, here we get farther down. Moscow hair transplant clinics are already receiving requests to restore hair to their clients' pubic areas following permanent hair removal procedures. So these ladies have had it all permanently lasered off, or however it works, and now they want it back. And the only choice is to either get transplants or get a wig.
Merkin? Is
that what you said?
Yeah, Merkins. Yeah.
So I guess there's an explanation for it, eh? But
well, it sounds like a bunch of people went scorched earth. And now they're like, oh, man.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a few trees around? I get it. I get it.
You wouldn't want to be caught out embarrassed without any hair down there.
Well, I don't know. I wonder what's driving.
Maybe they get chilly in the winter. It gets cold in Russia.
It does, but there's something that's driving this. I don't know what it is. I'm curious. I'm not so curious to see what, like the pube wigs. Another good conversation with us. I can understand them. Like I get it. I just don't understand. Like I can understand even I don't want to have any hair all over the place. There's a lot of people that don't, and there's fashion trends that go on. But I want to know what's bringing the bush back. I want to know.
Well, what I want to know is who's willing to go get lasers long enough to remove all the hair down there? Because isn't that how they permanently remove it, or is it a chemical method?
Well, I don't know. This is just people.
Sounds really bad.
It's I think it's. I don't know anything about this. We should, if we were a more serious show, we could maybe attract a plastic surgeon or something like that to explain all this stuff. But
maybe that's a thought for a future time.
Yeah, I mean, they might understand the fashion trends behind this, like in a way that you and I wouldn't. But that's a tough one. I mean, I just fundamentally think that these folks who just did the whole permanent removal thing, like, didn't you understand history? Like, didn't you have access to your grandfather's stack of 60s and 70s Playboys? Like, it's all going to come around again, folks, like bell-bottom pants.
Yeah, I guess you're right there. Downstairs fashion.
Yeah, you can't do anything permanent these days. Uh, but I don't know. Good for them. I suppose it's the cheaper option. Like right now I'm sitting on a couple of dental crowns. I need a couple
Hmm.
dental crowns. Like I got the implants. Double D's. No, uh, just regular dental implants. And I need the crowns, and it was a choice for me. It was like, do I want bridges? Do I want crowns? Do I want a denture? What do
Mm.
I want? And I took the high road. I went for the expensive one, right? Um, but but this is the same with these pube people. They went for the expensive option, the one that they thought
Yeah,
was going to
yeah, I
stand the
guess, yeah.
test of time,
And it
and
did.
now
It
they're
did stand
regretting
the
it.
test of time. Apparently, it did stand the test of time. They're still hairless.
Well, I don't know. The bush is back, baby, and
Yeah, the bush is back.
there's
Okay.
nothing wrong with it. Embrace it. That's a good one. You threw that at me. Okay, curious aside, the reason that I found out what that wig is called is because the band Tool has the lead singer has a vineyard, and it's called
Oh yeah.
Merkin Vineyard, and it's like named after the pube wigs. I looked that up. I don't know why I know
Oh
that
really?
too. Yeah. So it's you want to go
Okay.
to Pube Wig Vineyards? It's somewhere in Arizona.
Well, I'd be scared to drink the wine. Anyways,
What's this in my
okay,
tea?
let's hit one more story and then we'll go to Tron.
Okay.
So, how about this one? Driver stopped in California for using a hand-drawn license plate. Now, I can actually get behind this guy. He probably couldn't register his vehicle normally for whatever reason. The only thing is looking like you can't see the picture, but looking at it, it's like sort of right, but the spacing's a little out. You know,
Hmm.
he used the wrong stencil or whatever. Uh, it's close-ish, but not quite there. Like you can spot it. So
So he's probably trying to hide something.
it could be, yeah.
I mean, as a fellow lawbreaker myself, I I didn't make my own counterfeit license plate, but I did obscure my license plate for a while because I didn't like getting photo radar tickets,
Yeah.
and then I found out really quickly that when you do that, the police don't like it, and they pulled me over, and they brought all their friends with them. Normally, you get pulled over and there's like one cop, maybe two, and I pulled
Hmm.
over with one cop, and then he waited in his car until there were six cops, and then once there were six cops, then they came and asked
That's,
me why I was hiding my license
well,
plate.
that starts to get scary once you got six.
Well, it does, yeah. Like you're in that danger zone, right? Like that.
Yeah.
That
How,
am I gonna be a highlight reel for the rest of my life? Am I going viral today?
are you going to be on Bad Boys?
Oh, yeah, that'd just be my luck. You
So
know,
it turns out that this guy he claims that he lost his license, his original plate, so he just made a replacement so that he wouldn't have to go down and buy another one.
his heart was in the right place. Um,
But have you heard
but
of people making fake uh, handicap stickers to hang in their vehicle? I've heard of that,
yeah, yeah.
and and then that way they can scoop that prime spot up front that's quite often empty. Murphy's Law, of course, if you do steal that prime spot at the front, then a natural handicap person shows up and they're forced to schlump it at the back end and wheel their wheelchair all the way up to the front or whatever. So, karma will come back and get you. But
Yeah, there's there's no sort of feeling like feeling bad. It seems good when you do it, and then you see that old lady with the walker get out, and you're like, "Oh, right, I'm a piece of shit." Don't do that.
yeah, I,
Um,
as far as parking close to the front, I don't know how much swearing we're allowed to do. Can I call people? I'll just call them pansies for not being able to walk 10 feet. Like, give it a rest. Park at the back end of the parking lot, get some exercise, and be a human being. Don't be a a lazy loser.
I
It's
swear
just
a
my
lot,
thoughts
Tim.
on.
I did when last video we uploaded, I did click
Yeah.
the explicit button because I was
Oh,
like,
did
oh, I
you?
swear. Yeah. Yeah, why
We
not?
both swear on occasion, at least, or at
Yeah, I
least push
mean,
the limit. So
when I see that little explicit button, it's like a little
yeah,
freedom button. It's like a free speech
yeah.
button, and I click it, and now I can say dirty words. I might
Have
not
you
say any
noticed
dirty
you
words.
have to go on there and specifically say that it's not made for children too?
Mm.
So otherwise,
Well, I mean, we haven't. I don't think we've really said any dirty words yet, but we were talking about pube wigs for a long time.
yeah,
So, uh, there's going to be some guy. All the kids are at home from school where we live now because all the teachers are on strike, and we're going to get some phone call or something
probably.
from some angry parent. It's like my kid's home from school and he's listening to these two assholes talk about pube wigs. What's the world coming to?
So can we segue straight from pube wigs to Jared Leto? Is that how you say his name? Leto?
Sure, Jared Leto,
Jared
Leto.
Leto? Leto?
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
He sounds like
God
he fits
Emperor.
right beside pube wigs. I'm not sure why, but
Well, I don't really follow. Okay, I guess we'll go into the Jared Leto thing here. I don't really know much about the guy. I know there was a big stink about him, and he has kind of a shady. He's done some shady things recently, and now people don't like him less, I guess, than when he played the Joker in Suicide Squad. So
mm,
um, he's a tough. I know that there was some. I don't really know the ins and outs of it, and for the sake of whatever, we won't look that up here. But people are pissed at Jared Leto. Um, and then yeah, so he's in the Tron movie. He's in
so
what was the?
can that be part of the reason why the critics were automatically against this movie?
I think that plays a large part in it. Uh, if we want to talk about like the critical backlash, I guess to this, I don't understand it myself because um, I went to this movie and I thought it was just kind of like a all right movie. It was fun to see in the
Yeah.
theater or whatever, and regardless of what you think about Jared Leto, um, I had a good time. It was Tronish. I've got issues with it, but nothing really major. It's just yeah, I don't know. Like there's kind of a critical backlash to it that I don't understand, and that's with a lot of movies I find these days. I look
Mhm.
up what people thought of it, and I like a movie or I don't like a movie, or I think something's like kind of average, and then I
Yeah.
see like everybody's just jammed out over it, and they just think it's the best thing ever, or they just absolutely hate it. So there's like no in between anymore, sort of thing. It's like you can't just be like okay with something. You have to like freak out or freak out. I don't know.
Well, we went and watched it. My wife came with me, and she wasn't excited about going, but she watched
Hmm.
it and she said it was okay. So, for a science fiction movie, that's a pretty good reaction
Oh
for
yeah,
her. She's
from a
anti-science fiction right now, so
yeah,
you know.
from a nerd guy's wife. Yeah.
So I
Um.
guess that means it can't be that terrible of a movie, probably, right? I mean, I liked it. I didn't love it, but I liked it. So,
Okay. So, what are your thoughts on, say, like the Tron franchise as a whole? Like, when did you first become like a in the world of Tron, in the know of the Tron world?
well, back when the first movie came out, I was pretty obsessed with it at the time. It had limitations back then, but it kind of held together as a story.
Hmm.
So, at the time I didn't think of all the problems that I have with some of the physics involved, which is a different matter entirely. But, at the time I thought, wouldn't it hurt like heck to be disassembled by a laser? I remember thinking that. Not maybe in those words, because, it's got to hurt. And they never talked about that even, right? They didn't even broach that. Still to this day, we're on the third movie and we still haven't discovered why it doesn't hurt like hell to be lasered apart into little bits. But anyways, uh, the way the characters end up in an alternate universe, basically, of that has intelligence that we are unaware of. but we're using the surface level of it. That's a really interesting idea to me. So, from a nerd point of view.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I played the
I w-
video game in the arcade, and it was super hard, and it kept
it
dying
was a
over and
hard
over
game.
again. Like it was a really hard game. So,
Dude, that like you had that dial. You remember that? It
yeah,
had like
yeah, that
a
stupid little
joystick,
dial. Yeah,
and then it had a dial and you
yeah,
played the light cycle thing with the dial.
yeah.
Yeah, fuck that
And you
machine.
die
That was
like right
terrible.
away all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, it was just impossible.
Yeah, and
Um,
then the spiders would come out of the CPU or whatever, and they'd be creeping towards you. I think that was the same game, right? If you got to level 2 or whatever.
yeah,
But
like
yeah,
that was a hard arcade game.
yeah.
Um, you
What
know,
about you? What was your first experience with Tron?
well, about the same. I'm a little, I think, younger than you. So when Tron came out, I was maybe like 4 or 5, and I had like one of those little Disney record
Oh
storybooks that
yeah,
you
the
played the
little
record
book.
and
Yeah.
you followed the story. And then eventually I did see the movie, and I thought it was pretty freaking cool. Like, I mean, um, that was the time, me being a big movie nerd. I think that was at the time when all the Star Wars had come out and wowed everybody. And then, pardon me, all the other movie studios were looking to do something Star Warsy.
Mm-hmm.
And Tron was like Disney's kind of answer to that. And
Yep.
when I watched the old Tron within the last couple months, I haven't revisited my movie shelf back here to see Tron Legacy again, but I remember liking Tron Legacy. Um, and I like the first Tron. It's just fun. The sound effects are great.
Mm-hmm.
The visuals are kind of cool. Even though like now we're like, okay, they're wearing jazzed up hockey pads and hockey helmets, right? It's kind of funny, but it works. And everyone's like kind of shot in black and white and just
Yep.
colorized later with rotoscoping, and it just has this weird kind of eerie thing. And I think it's a timeless classic now. Um, the thing I really kind of don't get, and this is something I put when I wrote my review of the movie, was that this is a movie franchise that I think is based a lot on, guys maybe our age or something like that, or maybe people who saw the last Tron movie. But even the last Tron movie, Tron Legacy, it's kind of just based on solely nostalgia, right? Like everyone kind of remembers Tron. It was a hit movie when it first
Mm-hmm.
came out, the first Tron, but I don't think it was like I don't know what the deal was. They didn't make a sequel to it for like 28 years, so it couldn't have been that awesome for them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then it kind of has a cult following and stuff like that. So to have a third Tron movie, when I saw the trailer for this, I was like, "Oh shit, they're doing this again." Well, I'm not going to complain. I like Tron stuff, right? But I'm like, why? I mean,
Yeah.
what's the
And you can
financial
tell.
incentive
You
here?
can tell when you're in it. You're like, okay, so obviously a committee got together and came up with a plot based on the fact that they had to make a movie. So, and that's how the plot reads. They're like,
Yeah,
we got to make this harder. How can we make this harder for these characters? What if we gave them some sort of a time limit? Time limits that increases it ups the anxiety level or whatever. Like the gets your adrenaline going when you're trying to beat the time limit.
yeah, which works. So, like, I mean, it's kind of a cool concept.
Yeah,
You just have to forget about the lady from the last
yeah,
movie who just like walked into the real world and just lived her
and
best
then
life,
just live forever. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
She no, and that's because the writers didn't look in their butts and pull out 28 minutes or whatever. That's
yeah,
last time. So
either that or like Sam Flynn got her into the real world and was like, "Baby, I'm going to give you the best 29 minutes of
he
your life."
he juiced
And
her
now
up
she,
with
and
DNA,
now
and
she's just gone and disappeared or
yeah,
something. Yeah.
yeah.
But no, I don't know. It it's kind of sad because I just saw an article today that it's like Disney's going to retire the Tron franchise for good in the movies after this. So I don't know. Maybe it's something that can live on in a TV series or video games or something like that. It's perfect for video games. Um, but I don't know. It's kind of special to have in a movie. I'm glad we got 3 of them, to be honest with you, even though they're of, of dubious qualities. Did you like Tron Legacy?
It was okay. There was something a little off about it for me. Like it was. I liked parts of it. Other parts was like, can't really get behind this. I think
Yeah.
they're a bad guy. For instance, I can't remember his name, but young Jeff Bridges just didn't do
Oh,
it for me.
Clue.
Yeah, yeah. So he didn't make a good villain for me somehow. Just didn't seem plausible. Like, so actually, and in this movie that we're talking about now, Jared Leto, he made a good villain until he wasn't a villain.
Mhm.
And um the lady who was the replacement villain, she was excellent. That was the best character in the whole movie, I think. The bad guy, the bad girl.
I actually thought that too. She was pretty good. Like once she kind of hit her stride in the
Yeah.
story, and you saw how she
How
jived with it,
fanatical
I
she
thought she
was and
did a
everything.
really
Yeah.
yeah. Like she's a computer. Like she's got
Yeah.
one kind of mission or whatever, and she didn't. I don't know. She didn't jive with the other guy's feelings. The fact that they kind of have feelings and stuff is I don't know. It was. I guess that's all baked in there from the first Tron. Like Tron himself was a
Yeah.
happy-go-lucky guy, and then there was that third dude that they were running around with in the what
Mhm.
was his name? But there was that other guy. He got killed or whatever. But he got killed in the grid, or he fell down a hole or something like that. I can't remember. Oh, they were playing the high lie, and he fell down the pit or something.
Right.
Isn't that how that guy
Yeah,
died?
I think so. I haven't watched it for a while now, so.
Or no, they were drinking the water out of their frisbees, their identity frisbees. And said, "This is good digital water, Tron." And Alan won, or whatever
Yeah.
his name was. Uh,
A few
no,
programs died in that first one.
yeah. Okay. Now, without spoiling the movie here, and I don't think this is a spoiler. The main problem I had with this movie is the movie's called Tron,
Yeah.
and there is 0% fucking Tron in this movie. You get zero. There are no people
Yeah.
named Tron.
Yeah, this is a Tron free zone.
Yeah. So the first movie, the hero of the story or one of the heroes is named Tron. The second movie, Tron is in it. He's called something else, but Tron's in the movie.
Yeah. And wasn't he brainwashed?
Yeah, he was
Controlled or something?
reprogrammed by Clue.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was
that's right.
he was
Yeah.
Clue's enforcer
He was
program,
clueless. Yeah.
Rinsler. Yeah,
He was clueless.
that's right. So this movie, there's a handful of scenes I think where they have like something happens, and I thought, oh, that would have been after the scene played out. I was like, that's a cool scene. And then after I got in the truck on the way home, I'm thinking, would have been a really nice spot to just have Tron come in. It was kind of cool. I'm sure Bruce Boxleitner is not doing anything these days. He would have liked to have his digitized Tron visage up there, but
Hmm.
they didn't do that. Now, and then that got me thinking here. That got me thinking that for a property that exists solely based on nostalgia, this is one of the movies where I'm going to say, I want member berries, man. I want Tron. I want, uh, you know, Jeff Bridges, old or young Jeff Bridges,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. Just give me Jeff Bridges, Kevin
You want
Flynn.
that you want that one program character that's locked in that case controlling the beam or whatever it was that he was doing. I can't
Yeah,
remember.
that dude
Yeah.
that's in the big, and he looked just like the old guy that made the
Yeah.
laser. Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
in
you
the
want
big
that guy. Yeah. Yeah, why didn't they have that
circle
guy?
thing. Yeah, I mean, okay, this movie has a little bit of that, but you know, there's it comes in at the very end, and it comes in the scene in the middle, and then you're like, oh, and it's kind of nice, but it doesn't mean anything to the
Yeah.
story. And if better movies that like hit you in the feels with nostalgia that have been made recently, they work their nostalgia into the story in a
Hmm.
way that like you actually
You feel it.
enjoy it. Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel it, you enjoy it. You're in for the ride, right? And for all intents and purposes, I just don't think that the people writing this movie got that at all.
Well, that's probably
And they
because they
want
were too young.
it could be. I mean, a
'Cause-
red flag was before I went to this movie. I saw that the director of it, I couldn't tell you his name, but he listed some of his favorite movies, and one of his favorite movies was the whatever year it was, Will Smith abortion. I am fucking legend,
oh,
and
really? Okay.
don't get
Well,
me
we all know
started
how
on
you.
that.
Well, everybody doesn't know how you. How do you feel about that movie?
I hate that piece of shit. I hate it. I'd rather drink out of a New Orleans toilet than watch that movie again. I hate it. But
Well, and
that's all I'll
after,
say about that.
so you advised me to read the book that it was well, what we would call now a short story because it's not that long, but and that's a really good story.
Yeah.
So I would agree that they didn't follow the story, and that is one of my pet peeves is not following the story just for no reason whatsoever. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Even if you don't follow the story, you know, yeah, I don't know. It's like this one. Even if you don't really follow the lore and the stuff that's been set up, if you don't understand what makes people like it in
oh,
the
excuse
first
me.
place, I think whatever you're going to have is going to be, less than the things that
Yeah.
came before. And for people who are kind of walking into a sequel to something, two movies that people actually liked. Like, I mean, people like Tron Legacy and people like Tron. Um, that's not to say like a lot of people like them or that they're like crazy, um, you know, killers of American pop culture or anything like that, right? They're not. They're cult classics. They're cult movies,
Yeah.
right? But if you don't understand that and you're writing another one, your movie isn't going to hold up. And I don't think this one's fun. Like, I mean, you have stuff like there's a really cool light cycle scene. There's a couple good chase scenes. There's a big battle scene at the end with cool shit flying around and stuff like that. And you got Nine Inch Nails doing all the music. Like, you can't go
Hmm.
wrong with that. And that was fantastic. That like kicked it up a couple notches. It was just fantastic. I remember laying back in my chair and my feet were just kind of like bopping along to the Nine Inch Nails. Like I was on some freaky 90s dance floor, like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, it was fun. I really enjoyed that part. And I saw it with my youngest daughter, and we walked out of the theater, and she liked it, and I liked it. But then when you get home and you're thinking about it, just kind of, I don't know. There's stuff that sits right, and then there's other stuff that just doesn't. And you know what? For all intent, I don't. You can be mad at me all you want, but I didn't think Jared Leto did a bad job in the movie either. He was
No.
likable, and it was one of the. I don't think I've really liked him in a role since Fight Club,
Hmm.
maybe, where I've been like, oh, that was a cool character. But even in that one, he was kind of like a side guy or whatever, right? But yeah, he was fun. I think the main character, the main heroine of the movie, uh, maybe like the hero and the villain from the real world. They're both people from the real world that are the main characters, kind of on opposite ends of the
Hmm.
spectrum. Um, she was not good. Um, and then Evan Peters, also, like, he kind of knew. I think, I want to give her the benefit of the doubt because I think both her and Evan Peters, who played, what was it, Edward Dillinger, or like, yeah, he was like the Dillinger guy or whatever. Both of those people kind of knew what movie they were in, and I want to say that they just kind of just did a hammy acting job because the first Tron, the acting's hammy. Like,
Yep.
say what you want about it. It's dorky, it's simple, it's just goofy, right? And I think that this one kind
Julian
of
Dillinger is who you're talking about there,
oh Ju
and Eve
who's
Kim, right?
oh yeah, okay. Edward Dillinger was the guy that Killian Murphy played at the end of Tron Legacy.
Okay.
He but forget about him. He's gone. Like, he's out. Um He's not in this movie, and neither are the people from the last movie. And I think that kind of suffered a bit too. That it kind of suffered a bit of
No,
fate
yeah,
there by
no,
just
no continuity.
yeah, yeah. So there's really nothing to be attached to in this one
Yeah.
if you walked in with any knowledge of the other one. So it almost feels like a reboot or something like that with all the
Mhm.
visual flares of the previous movies. Yeah, it's just kind of a funny one for me. Um,
So let's talk about hard sci-fi potentials. What could have been a potential in this movie? And I mean, this is a pretty minor detail. Most people don't care. But like I said, being disassembled by a laser should really, really fucking hurt. So that's a flaw that I always find. And sure, maybe a program that's in the real world wouldn't feel it, but a human would, right? A human would be while being disassembled by a laser, be screaming in agony. Just my thoughts. Then, so I can accept that you could maybe disassemble matter and somehow, capture the information and put it into a program. But when you're building things out of the web, basically with a laser, and you're now reversing it and putting it back into the real world, that's got to take matter. There's no way to like just aim a laser in the air and wave it around and something appears. You got to have like matter coming into the equation, like to build the stuff out of. And they didn't do that. They're just like, oh, we just wave a laser around in the air. Look, there's a thing. Like that's kind of goofy, in my opinion. It's like it's too much hand wavium for me. They
they
should have
did they
mentioned
did
it at
have a
least.
they did have a line that explained it away. It was a particle beam laser. So like they said something like that where it's like, oh, it's some kind of particle something
Oh,
fucking laser.
an
It,
imaginary laser, like an obtainabilium. Yeah.
yeah, I can give that a little bit of movie license there or suspend my disbelief. I mean, you're getting hit with a laser, man. It's as fast as the speed of light. And
But
the
it
only
wasn't,
thing
though. You can watch them coming apart.
that's the only thing. That's the next thing I was going to say is like for fun to make it visually interesting. You see the guy go like Kevin Flynn
Yeah.
goes back in his chair and he's like, ah, like he just
Yeah.
goes like that, and then he just gets like digitized or whatever because they're making this for kids. You don't want to see a guy scream in agony, is scared for his life.
Well,
You
maybe
know
I
he's
do.
going into the he's going into the game grid, man. Like you don't have to scare the shit out of kids. Um, so I don't know, like that's one. Maybe it wouldn't hurt. Maybe if you got hit with a digitizing laser, it would be just like
Well,
instantaneous.
only if they started with your head. Yes, then I could accept that. If they started with the head and worked their way down, then you wouldn't have time to be scared because your head would be gone. Right.
Yeah, knowing what I know about Hollywood, they probably start with your pube wig first and digitize that.
Could be. Yeah. Well, digitized pube wigs. We've gone to a
Yeah.
new low
Well,
area.
that's okay. So this is my other thing here too, is that the other thing I like is like I know everyone hates CEOs right now. Like
Yeah.
everybody just hates CEOs. Uh, whether it's Elon Musk or that guy who got shot or whatever in the States, like nobody's like, but this movie's like, well, we have this. It's like a CEO fight. We have a bad CEO. We have a good CEO, and this CEO likes to make oranges, which I thought was a nice callback to the original
Yeah.
Tron when they were
That's true.
digitizing the orange. And then this guy, all he wants to do is he wants to make like weaponry and stuff, but his mom's nice, so uh, yay. Um, kind of a kind of like a weird choice for the bad or the good guy and the bad guy, I guess.
Yeah.
In this what do you want to call it? Like angry CEO revolt
I
that we're
just I
having.
want I want to say that Andy Scarantino just showed up and she missed the entire discussion about pube wigs. You'll have to go
Oh,
back and listen to this later if you want to know what that's about.
okay. Sorry. Things got hairy.
Yeah. Um. Anyways, so good CEO, bad CEO, and you're right. We've got a lot of hate for CEOs these days, and is that really unjustified?
Whether it is or it isn't, I just like, I don't know if you. I'm saying it's 2025, and if you want people to sympathize and empathize with your hero, probably don't make him a CEO. I mean,
Yeah.
whether they're growing oranges or something, like someone's going to be like, oh, they're exploiting people, and it's not going to be fun anymore. So just, I don't know. I don't know why. I think, well, number one, I don't think they could get Olivia Wilde. Probably is like, I'm not interested. I'm not doing it.
Hmm.
So her character wouldn't come back, and then Garrett, is it Garrett Hedlund who played Sam Flynn? I might have got that wrong, but I don't know. Maybe he was like, I don't care. And definitely Killian Murphy's like, I won an Oscar for Oppenheimer. I'm not going to be in that shit. So he's not coming in. Like he's out, right? So
Yeah.
they probably just had to go and like, instead of just recasting all these people with other kind of suitable alternatives, they just like upended the table and just kind of just redid everything, right? So, but you know who was available? Bruce Boxleitner. He was available. I'm sure he'd love to come back, even if you just digitized him. Okay, bye, Andy. It was nice to have you. You'll enjoy
Show up
all
for
the
the best
jokes, I
of it.
hope, anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
hmm
So, what was your favorite part about this movie then?
Uh, for me, my favorite part of this movie was the scenes that they had on the grid, or not on the grid, but just in the, what do you call it? I guess it would be the grid, not the game grid, but just when they're in the system, right? And they had the guy hacking at the computer, and when he was hacking, you could see Jared Leto, his program that he wrote, his master control, running in there with all the bad guys, and they were doing the kung fu shit. Like that's what Tron
Yeah.
is, man. It's like seeing those programs running around doing cool shit in the Tron world. And then this movie spent most of the time outside of the Tron world, which I thought was like the least interesting thing about the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
we live in the real world. We know it's not as fun as the Tron world. I mean, you have to take a lot of LSD before it starts to look like that. And then I haven't even done that stuff, so I don't even think it looks like that, really. So you'd probably just get disappointed.
Well,
But
supposedly there would have been Tron acid, right? In other words,
yeah,
like I'm not talking from a position of having experienced all these different kinds of acids, like cartoon acid, and I remember just seeing that people had it, and they were like, yeah, you take this one and everything looks like a cartoon, and I'm like, yeah, it's probably all the same acid. I can't imagine how they're making different
the only
kinds of
thing I
LSD.
know, yeah, someone once told me, like, get it from someone you trust, or you'll wind up walking half naked down rush hour traffic at 9 in the morning.
Yeah,
And I was like, that doesn't sound like fun. So I just never did any of it. I'm a big chicken, right? So, but that's the fun part about Tron is it looks kind of cool. Like it looks like a
yeah,
weird cartoon, freaky kind of world. Like I'm sure if you ate some mushrooms or smoked a doober before you went in, it'd look fantastic, right? And that's like, it all fits like the Kevin Flynn character, far out, man. Like it's meant for that. It's meant for that shit.
yeah.
And here we are. We're just hanging out in rush hour traffic with Ares, and I can't remember what the main lady's name was. Something Lee. Eve. Was it Eve?
Eve, I was just at it. Eve Kim.
Eve Kim.
Yeah,
Oh, Greta Lee is the actress.
yes, that's
Sorry.
right.
Yeah, but yeah, you're just hanging out in rush hour traffic, talking about life with them, and she's hanging out with her dorky assistant, and they're making another laser, and you know, whoop de fucking do, whoop de do. Whoop de doo.
Yeah, I would agree that the real world part wasn't my favorite part, I don't think. I think my favorite
No.
part actually was uh Ares's lines, because he was like quietly humorous, in between kicking ass and everything else that he did.
Yeah.
His dialogue was pretty good, I thought.
Of
I
course, he'd
enjoyed
like
it.
Depeche Mode. Of course, he would like Depeche Mode.
Yeah. I mean, the action scenes were right up there, close second. So yeah. I don't know what else to say about this movie. It was okay. It was
Yeah.
not bad.
Would you recommend people go see it?
I'd recommend people go see it in the theater, actually, because the most important part about this movie is going to be the special effects. And you just can't get that on your telephone, as we've talked about before, on your phone screen or whatever you're using, unless, maybe if you get your iPad really close and turn off all the lights and put on a set of headphones, maybe, but I don't know. I feel like you do get something out of the Nine Inch Nails in the theater. So it's probably
Yeah.
worth going just for that reason.
I could feel it like
Yeah.
thumping, like Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street, just thumping on my chest. It was good.
Yeah.
That was one of the best parts of the whole thing. You can't go wrong with Nine Inch Nails. I might tell people, like, if you like Nine Inch Nails, just go buy the soundtrack, and if you really like that, then watch the movie. But I don't regret seeing it in the theater. Yeah, but it was just like I wanted more.
Yeah, I was
And
hoping for a little more Tron, to be honest.
well,
Even though
it's
there was
bad
no
when you're
Tron.
no, there's no Tron, and there's a there's a there's maybe like a little twinge of disappointment when you get out of the theater and you were like, man, if I would have wrote that, I think I could have done better. Um, and I kind of think that. I mean, that's it sounds arrogant and stuff like that. And maybe it is, but I think I might have done a better job and made some more kind of stuff in there. It wouldn't even have taken that much longer to tell the story, but I think,
Yeah.
with a little tweak here and a little tweak there, maybe they should go out and find the Tron nerds. Like, when you write a Tron script, go to the nearest comic book convention, find that one fucking guy that did up all the hockey pads with the LED lights,
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, do you want to read this and go over this? What maybe just give us your idea of what's in here, because that's what the Tron franchise is. It's that guy. That guy is going to be the best person to tell you kind of like what to put in there. And and we've had this conversation before. I don't like cheap nostalgia shit in most cases, but I think in this case, this is what it should have been.
Well,
Because
if they would have done even just a reverse image plot, they would have been better off. The poor program gets sucked into the real world. He needs to get back. There's some goofy characters in the real world. He struggles. He nearly gets killed. His friends all die, but then he gets beamed back into the grid. I mean, even that would have been made more of a sensible story. Like a fish out of water
yeah,
story.
yeah. Like, I think you know what? Honestly, I think they tried to do something, because the last two movies were about a person from our world getting beamed into
Yeah.
the grid. And
So
then they
maybe
were
they
like,
did kind of have that idea. Yeah, maybe.
yeah. And they were
But they could
trying
have
to break the
literally
mold.
just reverse imaged it
Yeah.
and
Maybe.
followed a successful story. Maybe. There's all kinds of ways they could have went, and they didn't go that way.
Yeah. I think step one would have been putting 100% more fucking Tron in your Tron movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why not? How do you call it Tron? How do you call it that when there's no Tron in your Tron movie?
Well, funny you
Like,
should say that, because if you go to the grocery store right now and pick up a container of sour cream and then look on the back of it, guess what's not in it?
cream.
Cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
What is
maybe
it
they're
though?
just going, it's modified milk ingredients. And do you know what modified milk ingredients are? No one knows.
Oh my God, dude. Is it jizz?
I don't know. It could be.
Um,
All I know is it's not cream. So,
well, I'm not having
why
any of
would there
that
be?
anymore.
So, being as we've talked about that now, why would there be Tron in the Tron movies? They don't even put cream in the sour cream anymore. It just makes
I don't
sense
know.
from a corporate. CEOs are to blame for this.
Yeah.
We're back to the CEOs. They really are the villains.
How do you trust anything in this world? How do you trust anything, Tim? I go and I get my Twizzlers. I know what's in there now. I looked it up. I found it. I did my research, quote
Yeah.
unquote. And I know that natural flavors, natural and artificial flavors is beaver anus juice. I know it.
Uh-oh.
Like I can't how do you go on living like that?
I
How do
hope
you just
Nicole
get
doesn't listen to this because
she loves Twizzlers?
yeah.
It's game over. It's something called castoreum, and they get it from beaver anus. And you know what I want to know, Tim? I want to know, how did someone figure out that tasted like raspberries or strawberries? How did someone just be like, I've got this beaver. Now that I've taken all its fur off for
Yeah.
the merkin, all that's left is this anal gland, and I'm going to taste it. That happened. That had to have happened.
It had to have happened. Yep.
And it tasted like strawberries. And now I can't unknow that. I
This
can't
it's the
erase
same
that.
guy. It's the same guy that probably figured out later that alien whale brains will extend human life.
Yeah.
Whale brain juice, right? That same guy
Yeah.
or
It's
his
probably, yeah.
descendant.
Yeah, they got that sick bastard in a jar somewhere, and then whenever we
Yeah.
have some like new animal or species, they just pop that guy out. He unfurls from his jar, and they're like, "What's the strangest thing that could happen right now?" And he's like, "Well, you could just eat that thing's ass and see where
You
that
know,
goes."
I worked with a guy because in construction, right? And we were out in the prairies, and there's multiple different kinds of animals around, and every animal that showed up, he'd say, "Oh yeah, one of those. I tasted one of those. Not bad." Or that one was terrible. Like every animal we saw, he had tried, and maybe he's the
Yeah,
same guy. Uh, it didn't matter what kind of animal it was. He tried cooking it up and eating it.
yeah. I want to say that guy's been beamed in by a laser from another world, and he was just like, "Fuck it, I'm going to eat everything."
Yeah.
And I'll
He
just
probably
and I'll
eats his
just
bananas. He probably eats the bananas with the skin on.
yeah,
And we've
from the
never seen
side.
that in a movie, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or you just have the banana like this,
Yeah.
and you just
Like
eat it.
like a melon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I eat my, like, I'll peel the whole banana and
Oh,
I'll
do
just
you?
go in from the side so that
No,
you
this
don't
guy
you
eats
don't
some peel on.
oh yeah, you don't eat it peel on, and you never like you never shove it in that way.
Yeah. And first, yeah. It's a
Okay,
bad
there was a
look.
guy I was sitting across this from this guy in the lunchroom, and every day he'd bring a banana in, and every day I would watch him like peel this banana, and he would eat it in this really weirdly suggestive way. And what he would do is he would take his tongue would come out, and his tongue would find that little hole in the middle of the banana,
Uh-oh.
like at the end of the banana, and he had to get his tongue on that first before he stuck the banana in his mouth. And I let this go on for a few days, and then I got him in private, so there's no guys around, and I was like, "You gotta fucking stop eating your bananas like this, man. I don't know what to think." I was like, you're always finding, it's like you're finding the pee hole with your tongue. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I found out he was wearing a fake beard too. He had a merkin. I don't know.
Oh, really?
No, he didn't. No. I just want to keep
But
coming back to
a
that because
fake
it's
a
funny.
fake beard made out of what kind of hair though? Because that's the next question.
I think it was pubes.
Yeah, probably.
All from the laser clinic. That's what they did, is they put
From the
them on
laser
beards
clinic.
for,
Yeah.
yeah, for construction workers
Yeah. And
with
then when they go to
patchy facial hair like me.
make the beards for down below, they probably use construction workers' facial hair, right? So
Yeah, yeah. It's just like Uno
because it's
reverse.
interchangeable. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, we got all this pubes. We what do we do with these pubes? And they're like, let's give them to the construction workers. And then like, the construction workers, they got all this facial hair. What do we do? Let's give it to the pube people. You
Yeah.
know, it's there's like a silk. What do they call
Yeah.
that? The Silk Road. There's pubes going this way and beards going that way.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I don't know if you've been live streaming this. We're sorry.
Not very sorry though.
No, we
Sad to
love
say, not
Tron.
very. Yeah. Oh, And speaking of Tron,
We got this. I found this cool Tron light.
Hmm.
I don't know.
So
I guess the blue is like the good guy light, the good guy
yeah, it
color.
is. The
But
blue
if
is
you,
the good guy, and the red is always the bad guy. And they totally did not rip that off of Star Wars in any way, shape, or form. But
yeah, I
anyway,
don't know. Okay, so I think we did a fairly spoiler free.
yeah,
There wasn't
we
a whole lot that we had to really.
this is pretty unique for us, really, going spoiler free.
Yeah, I mean, there's a there's not a whole lot. There's one thing to spoil at the very, 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 very end, and it's like a blink if you. And that's the other thing. They put this cool thing at the end, and why didn't you just find a way to work that into the middle of the movie so that that thing happened like 40 minutes in, and then we
Yeah,
could have had that cool thing all the way through the last half of the movie. Like son of a bitch. Now we're never going to see that. So,
yep,
and I'm not going to say what it was because you're just going to have to see for yourself. Okay, I have one more thing here, and this is kind of circling back to what we talked about before. Is like everything has to be one thing or the other.
yep.
And you and I have talked about this movie, and we're kind of down the middle of the road. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just, yeah. And so I went and I saw another movie, the new Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and everybody is like just like lighting fire to their Merkins for this movie, like it's the greatest thing ever, right? And I saw it, and I thought it was kind of okay. I've seen much better movies. I've seen better acted movies. I've seen, he's been better in other stuff. And I'm looking at the people that are just like losing their minds for this movie, and I'm like, what the hell movie did we see? I don't know if we saw the same movie here, but this was just kind of okay. And it's like 3 hours long, man.
And what is this movie?
It's called One Battle After Another. Um,
Okay,
it's probably going to win Best Picture.
one
It's got
battle
a lot
after
of
another.
it's got a lot of buzz. It's a good movie, but it's not like when you hear the language around this, like people are just losing their minds about this movie, and it's pretty okay, but it's nothing really special. Like you,
So here's the first review that I see, and I don't know anything about this movie. It says absolutely unique, an original story that makes a very unsettling subject matter funny, quirky, exciting, without going too deeply into parody. As expected, makes this movie work in unexpected ways, et cetera, et cetera. So it sounds like really that's a fairly good review.
I agree with that review. Like that's kind of the movie I saw. It's just, I guess what I don't agree with is just like when there's a lot of, I don't know, there's just people lose their minds over how good this movie is, and it's nothing revolutionary or anything like that.
Hmm.
Strangely enough, for a funny word to use, but uh, it's just okay. It's pretty good. In 5 years, no one will remember that they watched it. Kind of like this
So
Tron.
so 11 hours ago, this one says one battle after another projected to lose 100 million theatrically as uh oversized budget, which is probably true. They probably did spend too much money on it, potentially, right? Because they always do now.
Yeah, I mean, man, I'll tell you that that movie used to get made for like 20 million.
Mhm.
That's like a $20 million movie. Um, I'm going to assume that most of it went to like big salaries for Sean Penn, Leonardo DiCaprio, and
Probably.
maybe Benicio del Toro is in it, and he's pretty good. If you like Benicio del Toro, uh, I always like him.
So
So
I'll probably watch it eventually.
yeah, it's just a little trend. I think it ties in with Tron because it's just another trend that I've noticed lately where it's like you can't just say, it's all right. It's all right. It's just like people are just, you know, lighting up their Merkins for this. Man, I just don't get it. I don't get it. Maybe I'm old. Maybe I'm old. I don't know.
Well, you know that word polarized that people throw around now?
Yeah.
Everybody's polarized about everything. They're either over the top or under the top. There's no,
Yeah, and well, and this is a politically charged, like it's like got a political message to it, and I just want to say, like, people, if you can't watch something that makes your political views uncomfortable, you know, try it. It's not that bad. You don't have to like stuff, but just try it and
yeah,
see. And this one's kind of got that in there. Like, I don't agree with the main characters. Most of the main characters are like really not good people, and the movie reflects that. But they think they're the good guys, and
oh yeah.
in relation to the bad guys in the movie, they are the good guys. I mean, the bad guys are even worse than them, sort of thing. So, but they're not. They're flawed people, and it was interesting in that respect. But yeah, I don't know. It's like a lot of people that don't like it because it doesn't line up with their political views
Oh yeah.
100%. And a lot of people that really like it, I think it lines up with their political views. So,
It's funny because all these same people will then go watch a John Wick movie, which totally lines up with their personal views of how we should murder everybody we come across. So, you know,
I'm sure that's why they're watching it.
let's go back to Tron before we get too far away. We never rated it. So I'm going to give this one 78.3 out of 114.7.
Okay. I'm going to give it let's see. I want to do something kind of cool, like very Tron-y, so very Tronish. So I'll give it like 66 ones, and which are, yeses,
Yeah.
and zero zeros, you know, zero nos. Very binary.
That is kind of binary. And it's
Yeah,
nearly half of 12, but not quite.
sure. Yeah. Yeah, 66 out of 100. We're only going to 100. We're not going into
Oh yeah. So
infinity or
we're
anything
actually,
crazy.
we're pretty close to each other. Yeah.
Yeah, it's likable. It's
That's what we
not.
both
It's
think.
a
Yeah.
likable. I,
You
I'm
know,
I'm not gonna. I don't hate it. But I don't love it. It's just kind of it was there. I've
it's
seen
not a
worse. I've
fail.
seen better.
Yeah. It's not a fail. It's a good
What are you
solid C
excited?
plus, you know,
Yeah. Coming up, what are you excited about?
coming up.
Yeah, movies or
I'm not
TV
sure right
shows,
now. Like I
whatever.
haven't heard of much that I'm really, eagerly awaiting. And I'm feeling a little sad about about some of the trends in science fiction. I don't know. They just seem like for instance, the Murderbot series that's out right now. I've been trying to watch that and I really just can't get into it. It's not doing it for me. I don't know if you
Yeah,
know anything about the Murderbot books. I read all the books and they were interesting, but
nothing.
I just can't get into the series, the limited series. So yeah, it's it's got that big tall blonde guy who used to be a vampire. I can't remember his name right now, but he
Oh,
was
he's one of
in
the
True Blood.
Scars guards. Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
that's right. Anyways, so he is the main character, and I don't mind him, but I don't know. Science fiction wise, I'm kind of sad about the situation. I'm gonna have to go back to drama, I guess. Just
That's
what about you?
I'm living in this like uh this horror movie sweet spot right now, and there's so much to look forward to when it comes to that stuff. Um I was laying in bed last night watching movie trailers, and when the the modern the modern godfather of horror movies, Sam Raimi,
Oh yeah,
is he's forgotten all about the superhero bullshit, and he's doing a straight up cool horror movie that comes out at the end of January. Back to his roots,
and what's
and
that
I
one
couldn't.
called?
It's called, I don't know. It's on a desert island. Rachel McAdams is in it. Um, I can't remember. Something about. I don't know. It's like they're stuck on a desert island, but it's a horror movie. It's like Castaway, but awful, way worse. And I saw another trailer for a movie that's coming out here in a couple weeks called Keeper. I want to see that one. Um, and then there's some other stuff. Oh, Predator, the Predator show. I might go see. I know there's we might have to do that one. I know that we have a listener who's a pretty big Predator fan. So if we threw that one out there,
Send
it might
help.
win you.
That's what the
Send
movie's
help.
called, right? Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it. Send help. I knew it was an S word for sure.
Okay, so potentially I might like that one. Have you heard anything about the Alien television series? Aliens franchise?
Um, I I caught a little bit of the first episode, and I was kind of digging it. So, um, I might watch the whole thing. I mean, if you wanted to, we could watch the whole thing and flap about
I
it.
think I might watch
Um,
that because it sounded like it's got some potential.
okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want to speed run through that and regroup here next week or something?
We could try. I got to find out where I can watch it at.
Okay.
I'm
I
not
know a
sure.
guy. I
You
know
know
a
a guy?
guy.
Okay. Well, maybe we can
Yeah.
do the Aliens Earth.
Yeah.
I think it's called. Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe it's time to switch genres for a little while.
Yeah. Do a little sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
Uh, you know, the one thing I'll say, like a lot of people tell me they don't like watching horror movies, but the one thing, you know, number one, some of them aren't that horror-y. So you can kind of like,
Yeah.
there's ones that are really, really bad, and everyone's kind of got a sweet spot where they really like something or whatever. But I recommended to a lot of people the movie The Monkey, which I really liked. It's a horror movie. It's a Stephen King story, and it's like kind of the right amount of funny mixed in with the horror stuff. Everyone just kind of went and watched that Weapons movie, which I thought was pretty light on the horror stuff. Like it's not like it's got some good scares and stuff like that, but it's not gonna traumatize you for the rest of your life, right?
Yeah.
And everyone's kind of got their thing. If you want to know what's going to traumatize you, I'll let you know. If you ask me, I'll tell you the movie that's going to traumatize you. Yeah.
Uh, and it
But
probably has something to do with Merkins. So
yeah, it's about illicit Merkin manufacturing
yeah.
in in South America, and how they get the Merkins.
Yeah.
It's
Where
not.
does that actually come from? Where are they
Yeah,
harvesting this stuff from?
you guys, if you're buying Merkins out there, you don't want any of these South American blood Merkins. You
No.
want to get free sourced consensual Merkins,
Yeah. I mean,
not
they've
the
got
blood
these
Merkins.
these these older, middle-aged, crippled guys in a basement somewhere. Let's not even go any farther. Uh,
You can't go anywhere good. It's already gone bad. I love it though. I really feel like this is a funny topic here. I could talk Merkins all day. I want to find
and we
one
pro-
now. This is, yeah. So
dress up
that's
for
going to go in my
Halloween in your
Google
new
search
Merkin.
history.
Yeah,
Yeah,
new
and
Merkin
what
for Halloween costume.
I'm going to see where the closest. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go on Google tonight and be like, Google, where's the closest Merkin
You
to
know,
me?
I bet
Show
you
me, please.
we could probably find somebody that's skilled with makeup and stuff like that, and they could help dress you up in your new Merkin.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. No. I think I'm okay. I think I'm okay, Tim.
Okay, well, maybe we should call it a night, and we'll regroup for potentially Alien Earth,
Alien Earth, maybe some Predator.
maybe something like
Keep this
that.
pop culture, keep the pop
And we
culture
could
train
always
going.
we could pop up for some horror before Halloween here.
But that's it for Tron. I think Tron's
Yeah,
dead.
yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah. That's we're all troned out now.
I guess so. All right, Tim. Well,
Yeah.
we'll leave it there, and we'll talk to you next time.
Okay. It's been a
It's
slice of
been,
Merkin.
it has. It's been a slice. Talk to you later. I am fucking legend. I am fucking legend. I am fucking legend. I am fucking legend.